So in the last class, what we had discussion about the record producer, and we have done the added the record producer on the incident table, and we have seen it how it will execute it. So today we will discuss about another topic in the ITSM that's a very important when compared to the other one. It's a order guide. What is a order guide? Order guide is nothing but if you want to add, for example, if a new employee join so into the organization. So for example, new employee onboarding. If a new employee is joining, what it has to do, it has to provide the best first login credentials, and second one you need to provide the desktop. I'm sorry, desktop slash laptop, or we need to provide the workplace and few application access. Application is nothing but the common some few application access, and he has to provide the few other things. So that means if a new ABA employee is joining, multiple persons has to work on it. So that means, for example, if you take login credentials, if you want to, it's a separate catalog. So raising a desktop or laptop request, it's a separate credit. And next one is a workplace adding is a separate application, and some application access is a separate catalog item. So if a new employee is joining, so depending upon the user choice, so we will raise a each and every catalog item, each and every request from the each and every catalog item. So it will take. So that means if a new employee is joining, the catalog item is very big. Big in the sense you have to create a multiple request for it. Instead of it, if you want to one request for multiple request item, it should be fine. So for that purpose, we can raise a order guide. Order guide is nothing but if you want to create a multiple request item from a single request, we can use the order guide. That means depending upon the what are the input we have entered in the order guide, the catalog item will be automatically shown to the user. Now we can see how it will works. If you want to go to the order guide, order guide. So I think right now it's no order guides. It's a simple one. I'm just going to creating a new. So I'm just making onboarding. The catalog, service catalog, and the what was the category we can write it. So you can add any category. So I'm just added it in the facilities and onboarding checklist. So onboarding checklist we can add, and his application is global and active is fine. So that's a basic thing we can follow the here. Now cascade variables I will show with an example later and expand all these questions. That means if you want to help, we can add it. I'm just adding here. Now these are all we have added. So this is the common data. I'm just going to here. So now, so this is the file. Now you want to add a queue item. So I'm just going to first whatever we have created, we need to add the variables here. So variables in the sense the questions, the inputs which we need to take from the user. That's all. Now if you click on here, so I'm just making it a single line text. Oh sorry, I'm just making it as a yes or no. I will tell you why I have given yes or no. So login credentials. So I'm just writing a question as need to create login credentials. Login credentials. So I'm just making and submitting this one. Now this that means that's for example this is a one item and next one I'm just adding uh, system required. So the next item what I'm saying is just go here. System required. I'm just making it as a multiple choice. I just add a laptop or a desktop. So let's go to the here and it's a mandatory. So I'm just making it as a 200 and system required. Okay, I'm not giving any mandatory. Since if I give the mandatory, it is asking some default value. Okay, if I include none, it is not asking the default value. So that's one. Next one, workplace required. So next one, what we can do, working mode. It should be a work from office or work from home scenario. So that also we can. Oh my god, we have not added the choices. I'm so sorry. Working mode. I'm sorry, we I have forgot to. So question choice, I'm just making here. Um, working from office. Working from office mode, and the second mode is I'm just making it as a remote. Remote, which means working from home. So we have added two choices. I'm sorry, in the last one I have forgot to add the choices. Now we can add it. For that system required, we have given as a laptop or a desktop. So I'm just opening the item. Though the system we have not given any other things. So now here I'm just adding a choices here. So I'm just making as a desktop. So if you want to, you can give choice either you give value or you can give text or alphanumeric combination. Where what is a comfortable you have, you can do the same thing. Now I'm just adding a laptop. So now we just add the laptop and desktop and all the things, and we have I need to add one more variable like some application access. So what are the application access? So I'm just adding a application access required, yes or no, so that we can do the same thing for it. So I'm just writing here. Address 400. So now what we had done is we just created a few applications, and let's see how it will work. If I click on this one right now, see, I think the order is not correct. So for this one we have not added some order. So this one I'm just giving a 300, and also we have a, so I'm just opening this one, the our item. See, still this need to create is not there. So what I am going to do is this one we have to add a none. So I'm just going to add a none here. Let's see how it works. So go to the type specification so of the variable, and include none. and update, so that it will be updated there. See, it will come like this one. And for this also we can write, we have forgotten the application access. See, these are the one we have added. Now if I going to submit this one, need to log desktop and working from office, or so application access. If I submit this one, we need to add a few catalog items. But here, did we add any catalog item? Here, no. So since we have not any catalog item, the order guide, see, the order guide resulted is no items being selected for the order. That means there is no catalog item is added to the one, so that we now what is our goal? If the user is selected system required, it has laptop, so it has to trigger a laptop catalog item. If you selected desktop, it has to go to the desktop part. So how we can configure? Here we have an option called rule base. Rule base is the one of the important thing for the order guide. Rule base is nothing but, so depending upon the what is the user input, we need to trigger a catalog item that will called as a rule base. So go to the rule base, click on new. Here, so what is the item? So here, and the condition is, I'm just making a system required is desktop, for example. If the user is selected here, include this item, that means which catalog item we need to add it. So here you can go here and you can pick here what is the catalog item we can give here. So let me check for a desktop. We can check for a desktop. See, office desktop, I'm just adding one catalog item called office desktop, and I'm just submitting this one. Now if the user is selected laptop, the laptop has to select it. Now again, I'm sorry, to enter the one. No, I'm just opening this item. Go to the rule base. So again, now if you selected desktop, so I'm just going to the laptop. The system required is laptop. Then uh, just going to search. I'm just going to the standard laptop, or whatever it may be. We can select here and submit this one. That means if the user is selected desktop or laptop, it should be the same thing for it. Now the next step, the next item. So similarly, we can check login credentials, yes or no. So need to create login. If I give S, so I just want to creating one random item. So I'm just making something access some one something item. I'm just adding this one. If that is a no, that item is not added. Now the next step is again application access required. If I give application access required is yes, I need to add a one more item. I don't think we have any item for this application access. So I'm just trying to check or add any other new thing. So for example, see, I'm just making a international plan request. That is an item. I'm just adding this one, access request. So right now, what happened? We just created a variable, and for that variable, what we have done, we have added a few applications. Now I'm just going to open this one. Now, so need to create a login credentials. If you give yes, one item is added under desktop. So working mode, we have not given anyone, so no need to worry this one. And application access, if I give yes and I'm just going to choose option, so it will go for a different catalog address will be there, see. So access is coming from the uh, need to create login credentials, and international plan request is coming from the whenever if you add a rule base office desktop, since we have created a laptop. So or if you want, you can change it. You can see here, go to the describe needs, that means go back. So here I'm not giving any, it's a no, and laptop, and here I'm just making it as a no, and choose options. See, since I have removed all the options there, only the I have selected as a desktop, it will be the same thing. So now what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to the yes, desktop is yes, yes, and click on choose option. So but for this what happened here, the Microsoft access request, what, I'm sorry, what we have done is here. So here what we have done is so we have not added any variables or something, so that it will not be visible to anyone. So if you added any variable, so what we can do is it will be visible here. That means, so for this one we don't have anyone, so we have not, we can select here. Now the international plan request also we don't have anyone. Okay, we just go here. And next one, this office desktop also we don't have variables, and I'm just making special request. I'm just trying, if you want to add testing for at log item, testing for order wait. So I'm just going to check out. So if you check out what happened, there are three. I think this is already there. No need. So these three items, and I'm just going to the checkout. If you check out, it will be automatically checking out. See, the three items will be created. If you go to the REQ, see the REQ, I think it has something as a approval. So what I am going to do is, I'm just going to approve this one. So now see, it's approved, and what happens? There are three items created. So till the request item has created, that is only the order guide work. Once the request item is created, so what happens? The order guide. So what was the order guide? The workflow will be the same for it. For example, if I open this one, the request item. So from here, so for the international plan record, what was the approval, it will be there. What was the workflow is attached to it, it will. For example, if you go to the, if you check the show workflow, so it was coming like this approved, and it was come like this one. So now I'm just going to close the task. If I close the task, so what happened, and refresh this workflow, see it is asking the one more task. If I open this one and close it, so it's again asking the one more task. Now, so again I'm just close. See, if you want to workflow, so the last there is a one more task is there. If you close that, that means the what was the workflow is attached to the same, it will be go to the same for it. See, if all the task is closed, then this RITM will go to the complete state. And if you check this, if you check this workflow, this will go to the complete state for the same. So that means, for example, if any catalog item is requested, so then the what is the from the order guide, from the water workflow we have added, we can do for the same thing for it. Now, see, we can go to the first one is completed. I'm just going to refresh and close this one. If you go to the office desktop, so I'm just opening that catalog item, sorry, the request item office desktop. So the catalog, see, here we can see an option called from where this has created, it will show as a onboarding item. Now, see, there is a catalog item. If you want to, you can check for this one, the workflow is very different. So depending upon this workflow, it will be closed for the same thing. Just close it. Oh my god, I'm just closing this one. So one task is closed it. Now again I'm just going here. Oh my god, this is okay. Now it is created another task. If it is created another task, so I'm just going here. So that I'm just going here and close this one. Again it is created. Does it create a new task? Yes, I think. Again, if you check this workflow, it has come to the different state. Now, see, if you open this workflow, see this one. Now, the next step, see, like this one, this item is have closed it. Now again, go to the third item, third REQ, sorry, third RATM in that one. So that means the corresponding teams will, or since I'm the only one open this one, it will work. But if you open this one, the corresponding teams will work on the same thing for it. Now I think they have added the same workflow for all the one. They might be added a same workflow. I'm just closing this one. So here, like this, we can add the same thing for it. So this is the basic thing about the how the catalog, sorry, the order guide will work for the same thing for it. Now, so now we have created a catalog item. See, once these are all completed, it will go to the order guide for the same thing. Now, the next step is here. This is an order guide, so that's fine. Onboarding. So what I am going to do is I'm just going to the maintain items. So here what happened, I'm just going to adding a variable set for all the whatever we have added, right? Like access, this is the one, and next one, what is that meaning? International laptop or desktop. Okay, I'm just going to standard laptop, for example. So what I am going to do is for this one, I'm just adding a one variable set here. Variable sets, go to here. That means the variable set is nothing but which can be used for the reusable purpose. So the requester details, I'm just going to save this. And next one, variable sets, and go to here, requester details. Next one, the standard laptop, you go to the standard catalog. So now what I am going to do is for this onboarding also, I'm just adding this variable item. Now let's see what happens. I'm just going to here. Here I'm just going to here save. Yes. So this is an order issue. So I'm just going to add event shooter. So I'm not adding this one. Desktop. Sorry, I'm just adding a laptop. Working from home office. Application access. Yes. For example, here I'm just adding application access. No. So that's international will not be added. Go to the choose options. See, only these two has visible, and he thus request. See, there what I have added the well tutor, but here I can add option to Abraham Lincoln. So it should be a mismatch, right? What are the value I have added there? It should be same has to come here. If you want to come here, I'm just closing these all unnecessary tabs. Just give me a minute. So I'm just going here, here. Here we have an option called cascade variables. Cascade variables is nothing but if you have in the order guide, sorry, in the order guide and the catalog item, the same variables name is there, so it will pass the info there. See, now I just added a cascade variable, and I'm just going to try it. Yes, requester. I'm just adding a What is the name for Ludi? For Ludi, so laptop working mode and application access. Yes, for example. So it is there. And now click go to the choose option. See, if you go to the choose option, what happens? What was the values we have entered there? It will come automatically since we have made a cascade variables is true for the same thing. That means what was the values we have entered there? It will come automatically here there. Now this is the one, and the access I think what is the mandatory? I think access there is no mandatory fields we have done, and see next one mobile plan request. Sorry, international plan request also it should be applied. So if you done this one, if you want to, we can change it. But right now we are not changing. We can make it as a read only purpose, and we cannot make any changes for the end of business requirement. So these two we have these three we are adding and checking out. So from here the request is created automatically. From there it will be go to the next all the other things here. Now now the next step is I'm just going to the onboarding again. If I give very less options, let's see what happens. So no, I'm just making requester Abela. Here I'm just making as a manager as a Abel tutor and phone number 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Email ID adela@gmail.com. So I'm just making it as a desktop. So if I give you the desktop, let's see what happens. Working from office, or I'm just giving a laptop, and application access is no. So here, if I give all the option, what we have to do? We have to add only one option, and whatever it may be, it will be visible here. See here, the analyze came, this email ID is came, and what we have entered the phone number is came, and who has added as a manager, it will come. And since the access request on login credentials request, since we marked as a no, so what happens? It was marked as a no, and so the same thing, only one item since the standard laptop we have given as a laptop request as yes, so that it will go to the same thing here. If you go to the checkout, it's only the one laptop, so we can follow the same thing here. One request will be created, it will go here. See, since we have added only one, it will create a only one request for the same thing. I think for this one it has approved all option, so I'm just going to approve this one. So see, for this one, this laptop request since we have added, it is went for a approval request. So I'm just going to check the workflow. It should be a different. See, it is a big workflow. Now that's okay. Since it is approved, again it will go to the another approval. Again, I'm just going to the approval again. See, if both are approval. Still there is a one task is generated. So here I'm just going to marking the state as a what we can say close to complete, and this one. So I'm just going to refresh this one. There is one more task. So again closed complete and marking the same thing. That means if you want to, we can do the same thing for here also. So if you check this workflow, it has created only the two rings and it has been approved for the same thing. If I open this one, so this is the one. See, since this array time is closed, this catalog item will be automatically go to the closed state for the same thing. This one. So like this, we can do the uh, different scenarios or something for this one catalog guide. Request sorry order guide. So I hope you guys clear right the order guide how it will works, how we can add it one or any confusion. So what happened today? Just create a 7 to 8 choices, which is a multiple choices and select boxes. If you say select a one option from the rule base, you can trigger another catalog it. So that means depending upon what are the input you have taken, and item catalog item has to trigger it. That's a basic thing. You have to do it. This is the task for today. So you have to complete the task for today. So you clear right the task. Okay. Any questions you have? Previous topics.